Right, this is Phil's video, and this is the first, stanza, as it were. The first is going to be the first 4 measures, and there is a pickup. I said, you know, when you practice it, you don't have to go back and hit every time, okay? You could just start without the pickup note, which is the note in front of the measure. But here's the first measure. That's the first one. Again, first measure. Whoops, sorry. Alright, and notice that I'm using my second finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Now I'm going to switch with my index finger on my right hand here. I'm going to switch to the 3rd string. I was on the 4th string here. Now I'm going to switch my index finger up 1. Or physically down, but up note-wise, up to the 3rd string. And I'm going to go. Notice I use the same finger for the 2nd fret. I'm going to play both measures together. You'll be able to see. 4th string, 4th string, 4th string. Switch right hand to 3rd string. Alright. Then the 3rd measure is going to be, my index finger is going to switch. It just played the 3rd string. Now it's got to switch here to the 2nd string. And I'm going to go 2 of those with a roll. And then I'm going to take my left hand and go back to the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And that's the end of that roll. So I'm going to play that measure a few times for you. Here it is. 2, 3, 4. Okay, here it is again. 3, 4. And the last measure of that top stanza is the easiest one of all. It's just an open 3rd string, like the forward roll of the first one we ever worked on. Whoop. Again, I'll play it slowly. With my picks and then I move to my fingers, everything changes, so excuse me for the mistakes there. So I'm going to play that whole phrase without the pickup. I'll play the pickup too, but you don't have to when you're practicing it, when you're playing, especially when you're playing each measure, okay? Those are the 4 measures. Now I'm going to play a little bit faster so you can kind of hear it. I should probably have my picks on. Alright, and remember, if you hit the 5th string at the end of a measure, you hit one too many notes. So we never hit this one last. We always hit this one last. So I'm going to put my fingers back here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab my finger picks wherever they are. Put that on for a second. Roll in. Because I can't really play without them like this. I could play real slowly without them. But once I start rolling, I need finger picks. Alright. Here we go. So, pick up, start. Up. That was the 2nd measure. 3rd measure. 4th measure, the easiest one. Alright, so here it is again. about the C chord, so I'm going to play it for you. And again, I'm just going to remind you that these fingers, you want to play these chords, try to get them so that each string is clean. When you just run your thumb through it. Your right thumb. And what you will probably get is you'll hear little nubs like this. And when I call it nub, I mean when you hit a string, and you can hear that something's hitting it. So in this case, I flattened this middle finger, the second finger. I flattened it. If I flatten it, you'll hear it die out. So you're going to have to arch it over and play it, on the bottom side of your pad, on your fingertip. Okay. If you play it right in the middle, it's really hard to get it up off of here. So what you want, you're aiming to get a clean C chord. It will look like this. So here it is without the index finger, which I told you was an E minor. And then when I put that first finger down, lift it up. So you can see people often practice these two chords together. The C, lift that index finger up, and you get E minor. So you need this C chord for the second stanza of this song, which will go. That's the second stanza. I don't expect you to get through it. If you get through the first one, I'll be happy. Okay.